Hey, what up, guys? So, coming to you this morning, I'm doing my what's next on Julian J. Rock Williams, the newly crowned unified super welterweight world champion. That's 154 pounds. On Saturday, May 11th, in a Fox main event, he scored a major upset. Could be the upset of the year so far, when he got a hard-fought but convincing 12-round unanimous decision over Jarrett Hurd, who was previously undefeated. Hurd was the number one fighter in the division, so this was a huge win for J-Rock. J-Rock, I've always thought he was a decent fighter, but he kind of leaves himself wide open and, doesn't have the most blitzing power. So coming into this fight, I thought he had a puncher's chance, but I did not see him outworking Hurd, who is just a beast. Hurd, over the last 2 years, has just taken over 154 with, some good wins. He knocked out Tony Harrison. He knocked out Austin Trout. He outdid Erislandy Lara by a very thin decision last year in a great fight. It was a fight of the year. And, in my opinion, Hurd just deserves, he was absolutely locked down number one at 154. And, this guy, J-Rock, who wasn't even ranked in my top 10 anymore, he was kind of at the, right around number 10 in that area, but he was not even in my top 10 anymore. He came out and just pulled off a big-time upset. He outworked them, was landing the harder, cleaner shots. Inside work, a lot of good inside work. He got inside of Hurd, who was a taller, longer fighter, and just, Hurd was throwing a lot of looping shots, and, he just stayed on the inside and landed the good, clean, hard shots, and he put Hurd down in the third round, which was impressive, and he really earned this one. He really, really earned this one. Impressive win. So, the question is, what's next for Julian J. Rock Williams? Well, first things first, Jarrett Hurd says he has a rematch clause, and it is an immediate rematch clause, and he wants it right away. Now, personally, I believe that's what's going to be happening next for J-Rock. I think he's going to fight Jarrett Hurd in a rematch. However, J-Rock's trainer was interviewed a couple days after the fight, a few days after, and he said that there is a rematch clause, but he does not believe that it's an immediate rematch clause. So, that being said, even though I do believe Jarrett Hurd is the best option for him, if it's not an immediate rematch clause, I think he should seriously entertain looking at a fight with Jermell Charlo if Charlo beats Harrison in their rematch on June 23rd. I think that's because that's a big-time rematch and fight right there. And I think he'd probably do the most because he got his lone defeat. J-Rock's lone defeat in his career was a 2016 fifth-round knockout loss to Charlo's brother, Jermall Charlo, when Charlo was a champion there at 154. So this would be a big-time fight. There'd be a lot of trash talking, and it'd be, good to get Jermell in the ring, to try to maybe entice a rematch with Jermall. I mean, shit, that's a lot of money to be made for J-Rock. It'd be awesome for him, but he definitely has the rematch with Jarrett Hurd that he has to take at some point. So we'll see. We'll see how that breaks down. I'm hoping we hear something soon on whether that's an immediate thing or not, because I really think that should be his second best option. After that, it's kind of wide open. If Tony Harrison were to beat Charlo, that's an option. Harrison's a good fighter. In 154, it has a lot of good options for PBC fighters. So J-Rock's kind of got, if he wants to take an optional defense, he could fight Austin Trout. Or the winner of Trout and Gaucher, who's this month on the 25th. May 25th. And then there's also either Erislandy Lara or Brian Castano. Castano's an undefeated world champion. So those are options. And I think he'd probably want to stay away from Lara for now because he's such a slick southpaw boxer. He wants to look good in a title defense prior to going back against Jarrett Hurd. But we'll see. There's just a lot of options if the immediate rematch clause is not in the contract, so we'll see. But I personally believe his best bet would be there. If not, Charlo if Charlo's beats Harrison, or even Harrison if Harrison beats Charlo, because you know, that'd be a good fight tie-in right there. So just got to see what happens. You know, but it was a big upset. Congratulations to J-Rock, and we'll see what he does. All right, guys, True Boxing, been hit with the truth.